And here is your host, Kenny Lucas.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another exciting show. This is the Weekend Show, Season 9, with your host, Kennedy Lucas. Now, hopefully, you guys are ready for another exciting show, because we have so much to talk about. So, welcome again, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. Welcome to the show. Hopefully, you guys are ready for this show, because today, we're going to be talking about a lot of good things that happened within the last 2 weeks. So, hopefully, you guys are ready. So, Apple. Let's talk about Apple real quick. WWDC 17 was a couple weeks ago, and I was able to catch it, and by God, I am so excited about Apple's new products. Now, after watching the press conference, I know what's not going to be released and what's going to be released and what's not going to be released. Fortunately, I was thinking that we would hear something about the iPhone 8 for this press conference, but they have another press conference in September, and hopefully they're going to announce the new iPhone 8, so see what the style going to look like, so we can do further podcasting over it. So I was a little bit disappointed, but it's okay. You know, it just they need more time to work on the new phone. But there are quite a few exciting things that's going on, like the new iPad Pro that's been released out. I know a lot of YouTubers got the iPad Pro already, and it looks really cool. It looks really great. I actually want an iPad for myself because my tablets are turning into other things like sound system checks now for my technology here at K.L.P Entertainment. So an iPad for me wouldn't be too bad. I'm probably going to get one starting the next semester for college. But the new iHome, or HomePod that's the name of it. I don't know why I said iHome. HomePod is the new innovative thing for music. It's like a big little chrome thing, like a little cylinder chrome thing, kind of like you would see like from the Echo or the Google Home. So it can play music on it, it's just like a regular iPod, but it's more innovative, and I think they're trying to get to that field of the Amazon Echoes or the Google Home type of field in competition with those two companies that make those machines. So I'm excited to see what it does. I think it can do a little bit more than just play music, but we'll have to see on that as well. iOS 11 is coming out very soon with all new specs. I can't wait to see how that goes because iOS I think in my opinion iOS is the best operating system for technology such as tablets and pads and phones. iOS 11 will be coming out very soon. I can't wait to download it on all my iPhone devices so we can get that up to date, because I heard that there's a lot of cool things that you can implement into that, into iOS 11. So, Apple is not disappointing that they make the new Mac desktops. It's pretty cool. The only complaint I have about it is it costs $4,000 to get this computer. Now, I don't know what Apple thinking that people just have money like that. If I had $4,000 in my wallet right now, I would go out and go get a car with that kind of money. I, as CEO of K.L.P Entertainment, will not be getting that type of product because of the price tag. $4,000 for a computer. Who pays that much for a computer? I know companies with multi-billionaire investors into this company, they might go out and get this computer. Film people might go out and get this computer for their work. But as the average consumer who works very hard, who is in either middle class or hard working, people like I am, I would not spend $4 grand for this type of computer. Now, will they dim down the prices on this computer? I have no idea, but this computer costs way too much from Apple. And you know, it might sell. The color, the black, the space black color, it looks so cool. But for that price tag, that's something is not worth buying. $4 grand, you got to be kidding me. Now, I think HP, I think either Microsoft or HP, they just released a huge little computer where it folds into like a tablet drawing pad thing, and then you can lift it up for a computer. That costs less than an iMac. So I'm waiting to see if Apple can get some sales on that, because that, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that is a hefty price for a computer. I would pay that much for a computer. I'm sorry, I just wouldn't. On to K.L.P Entertainment news. We released this yesterday. So yesterday was Father's Day, so hopefully every father had a good Father's Day. But yesterday we made a small announcement here on the Host Stream Studios Facebook and Instagram account. Follow them there. And of course on K.L.P Photography's Instagram and Facebook account as well. The real CEOs of media is coming. So this show is coming. It is coming really good. So we're in production right now, and I'm going to do a behind-the-scenes video about the show. But what the show entails is a backstory of me, of course, here running K.L.P Entertainment, Host Stream Studios, but with a little bit of twist. So we have, of course, me that's starring in it. We have a whole bunch of cast that auditioning going into the show. So I cannot wait for you guys to see the show when it's finished. We said it in the advertisement and the announcement that it's going to be released sometime in November. So that's our target goal, sometime in November. So guys, the real CEOs of media, it's coming. So that doesn't mean that I forgot about the real RAs of GGC. I'm still working on that. We're still in production for that as well. But I also wanted to work on this too, because it's kind of a backstory of what we got going on. How CEOs like myself run media, and it's a huge twist, y'all. I can't wait for you guys to see it. So we're booming up. Before we go to commercial break, we're booming up for K.L.P Photography. Follow us right here. It's going to be at the below. K.L.P Photography has been booming for Instagram. We had a lot of new followers within the past couple of days. So follow us, K.L.P Photography, to see all beautiful pictures. And if you are living in the greater Atlanta area and you want some photography work done by K.L.P Photography, go to our website, call our number, or email us. And we'll be sure to get in contact with you guys coming up very shortly. So we're going to go on commercial break, but when we come back, we have a whole bunch to talk about, as in WWE, Money in the Bank. Stay tuned. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the weekend show with your host, Kennedy Lucas. Now, hopefully you guys enjoyed the show thus far. Please remember to give us a like and comment. So, coming up next, what we're going to talk about on today's show is last night's pay-per-view. By the time you're seeing it, it's going to be kind of past, but WWE's Money in the Bank. So this is the new segment. Of course, you guys know I'm a wrestling fan. And for the edition of the weekend show, we're going to be talking about each big pay-per-view that's coming up in WWE, because pay-per-views are always important. So this week, Money in Bank was the pay-per-view for SmackDown. So SmackDown's exclusive pay-per-view. I have so much to say about this, and I'm going to tell you real quickly on today's show. I love WWE. You know, they always try to entertain their fan base, but they did not hit the nail on the head, and they didn't meet my satisfaction rate in Money in the Bank. And here's why. Okay, so the first match was the women's first ever Money in the Bank ladder match. It entails the superstars of Natalya, Tamia, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Carmella. Those are the 5 women that were in this match. The match seems very quick. They didn't go to the extreme like the Raw superstars would, like Sasha Banks and Bayley and all those Raw superstars that really go in. So when they launched the Women's Revolution, I was so proud, because as many of you guys should already know this, I am a feminist. I believe in women's independence and women equality. So when they launched the Women's Revolution, I was thinking that they were going to have a great impact in WWE. But this match sucked ass. And let me just say this, because I'm a huge fan. I have the right to say this. First of all, you have James Ellsworth, a waste of time talent, to go up, retrieve the Money in the Bank, and give it to Carmella to win the belt. That's not how I would have ended that. This was the first ever Money in the Bank ladder match for women, and they disgraced it, and now we riot. They messed it up. In my opinion, now I have a lot of people may differ on this, but I think we should have had a true warrior to win this match. I had two people in mind. I had Charlotte, and well, I had three people. I had Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Natalya. Now Natalya, I wish she would have won because she hasn't been champion in a while. You know, it's been so long since she's been champion. Becky Lynch, she was just champion for SmackDown. Charlotte, she won SmackDown and Raw. So why not give it to Natalya? Give her a big break before she gets too old and she decides to retire is when she needs her belt. Not saying that she's old now, but she will get older because she's one of the old generations that's been there. That's what I think who should have won this match. It would have been epic to see one of the superstars go against Naomi. So it was just a big disappointment with that match, and I know they're gonna. Daniel Bryan talked about it on Tuesday, but it's just like, come on, they could have did better with that. They could have done so much better. Down to the 6-man ladder match. It entails, and if you can remember, Baron Corbin, Shinsuke Nakamura, Dolph Ziggler, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles. Sorry. And I think there was one more, and if it comes to me. So the match was okay. You know, it wasn't too bad. Baron Corbin won. I probably would have not let him win. I voted for Sasuke because he's the newest guy from NXT, and everybody loves him. But me and my brother was talking about this at lunch today. He was saying that, you know, AJ Styles and Nakamura, they don't need to win Money in the Bank because they're already big stars, and I kind of agree with that. They're already big stars into the franchise, and they're gonna get their opportunity at WrestleMania or SummerSlam. They're gonna earn their way because they're a big star. So it's kind of fitting that Corbin won because he's not a big star and he has a chance in there. Down to Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton. Okay, so the pay-per-view was set in St. Louis, Randy Orton's hometown, and of course they had all the fathers from St. Louis sit ringside for the big match. I'm really glad they're giving Jinder Mahal a big push because back when I know him, when he first started, he was like very small. He wasn't that built. He was very small and he was just on the outcast. So now he's champion. They're trying to blow him up a little bit. So I'm glad they did that. What I would have done though, I would have let Randy Orton win that match because it was his dad was there. They were in St. Louis. It was Father's Day. It would have been a great opportunity to win that match. And I think that would have sold more, honestly. And it makes history. Down to Lana versus Naomi. They did okay. Naomi won, and I'm glad she did, you know, because, you know, she's finally becoming a big star. Lana, for her first match, she did pretty well. I was very skeptical about her first match, and I didn't think that was a waste of time. But actually seeing her tearing up in the ring, I'm really, really glad that she did really well in that match. Even though she lost, it was her first match. She lost, but she did good. Down to New Day versus the Usos. I don't really like the Usos' new look. I don't like that they have to act. They look hood and gangster. That ignorant gangster hood look. I don't really like that gimmick on them. I don't think that's a good fit. I would have changed the game up on them a little bit because the whole looking hood, looking gangster, looking like a G. I don't like that look, to be honest. It sucks. It just that's not who they are. I kind of wanted the New Day to win because New Day, they're very entertaining. You know, it's WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, so they're kind of entertaining. And I'm glad the Usos are champions. It's their style, it's their gimmick that they got them doing. I don't like it. It doesn't fit them at all. So after all, seeing the pay-per-view, Demolition versus Breezango, that was a waste of time. I hate gimmicky matches, and just the gimmicky matches that they just get to me. Maria and Mike from Ring of Honor. Of course, Maria was in WWE a long time ago, and then she left. 7 years later, she's come back. She looks very gorgeous, so hopefully they really push that couple up. They'll be the next power couple, and they really do it. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, Money in the Bank, It wasn't great. I can't wait to see what Great Balls of Fire can bring to the table. That way I can talk about the show, but Money in the Bank 2017 from SmackDown, you guys, I'm sorry, you guys didn't make it. There's been great pay-per-views that I've seen, but this pay-per-view, it wasn't great. It wasn't great, to be honest. So, quickly, we're going to talk about one more thing before we go on commercial break again. Of course, E3 has been passed. Of course, E3 2017. Oh, that's a tongue twister. E3 2017 has been great. I can't really go into much details about it because I'm going to be talking about it on the podcast with Xbox, and Tyrus. He's going to be talking about it for PlayStation. But E3 was very, very good. We had a lot of good games coming out, like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinity that's coming out in September. It might be on my pre-order list. Sonic Forces. We finally got more intel on Sonic Forces coming out holiday 2017. I can't wait for it. Sonic Mania. We have a little bit more gameplay for Sonic Mania, so that's been really good. God of War, the new edition for PlayStation 4 is great. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Oh, I can't wait to see it because it's so beautiful. The art style and the work is so gorgeous. Xbox. They didn't really have so much in my interest for Xbox, but I'll go into more detail about that in the podcast. So if you guys haven't catched it, I want to give a huge shout out, and I don't think that this company is watching this show, but if they are, thanks. But IGN, they did the best coverage ever. I've watched E3 this year via IGN's YouTube channel. They went live, they did a pre-show, showed the conference, and did a post-show. That was my go-to channel to see E3 this year. IGN, big shout out to them because I think they did a fantastic job. They messed up a couple of times, especially in Sonic Forces. They didn't get the video playback right, but they did pretty good. For what it is, they did pretty well. So more to come on the Lucas Chat podcast coming up this weekend. So if you haven't seen it already, go check it out. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we get back, y'all, we're going to talk about new anime. Stay tuned. The weekend show with your host Kennedy Lucas. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. I love the show. So welcome back. Before we get on to our new anime listings that I'm going to sort of do a short review over, I wanted to give a quick shout out to two channels that's from K.L.P Entertainment. Of course, if you guys don't know, here's a little gameplay footage of our newest channel. Take a look. Aw, you so smart. Of course. I wish we could hit each other. Wait, what does that mean? Nah.
Oh, what does bar mean? To me.
The Gaming Bros channel. Gaming Bros featuring yours truly, Kennedy Lucas, and my brother, Ryan Patterson. So, Gaming Bros is a new channel that's been launched this past weekend. Of course, this coming up weekend, we've done the challenge of Streets Rage 2 as me and him go head to head. So what Gaming Bros is a competing competition channel, brother versus brother. So you have me versus my brother in variety of games that have multiplayer, and we're just going to see who wins the brother champions in this week. Of course, it's weekly. So, last week, the first week, I am champion. Of course, who knows? Maybe my brother comes back and he wins champion for next week. So, Gaming Bros, go check us out. Subscribe to us. We are a new channel, so please subscribe to us. I'll have it in the link description below. If you haven't seen it, go see it because it's a cool channel. Of course, Isbron Gaming is getting a reboot for Twitch and for K.L.P Entertainment. New logo, new gameplay style, new everything. So, Isbron Gaming, we're coming up and we're relaunching it. Now, back to the new anime. Of course, I have started 2 new anime. Of course, I'm trying to get back to the roots of watching my favorite types of anime. So, I know that I am a Harlem fan. I know that I am a fan service person. I know that I'm a fantasy. I know that I'm a little bit with mecha or romance comedy or mecha. I am that type of anime watcher. So, there's 2 shows that kind of piqued my interest, and we're trying to get into the root of, let's say, watching Clannad or watching Angel Beats or watching AKB and watching all these shows that were just so phenomenally great. And now I've kind of been on the slopes about some of these anime that they're producing, and now I'm trying to reroute and redefine. So, Prison School.
These 5 stand accused of violating the human rights of their female classmates, as well as multiple counts of sexual harassment. Disgusting. Totally gross. Sentencing will begin immediately. The guilty are hereby ordered to serve 1 month in the school prison. I'll be frank with you. The Underground Student Council does not tolerate insubordination. Don't think of doing something foolish like trying to escape. If one of you morons even tries to make a break for it, each of your sentences will be extended by a month. A second attempt will tack on another 3 months. 3 strikes and you're expelled. I'll give you crap burger, something to whisper. Shut up!
No! Forgive me. It's no fun at all.
Giddy up!
All for one, and one for all.
You've been such a naughty boy. I'll have to whip you harder than ever!
This sucks balls.
Is the first anime I want to talk about. That show is just freaky. That show is very freaky. I watched it sub with my friend Alex here in college, but Prison School is a freaky ass show, and I kind of like it. It's so weird. These guys they go to an all-girls academy and they're getting beat up by girls, and they're perverts, and it's so weird, and it's itchy, and it's weird, but it's entertainment to me. It's very, very freaky, guys. If you guys don't know what Prison School is, you gotta check that show out, because it's something you wouldn't watch in front of your parents. Let me just say that. But it's something you want to watch. Prison School, go check it out. It's so amazing. Now, this next show recently came out this year. It's called, and I have it here on my phone because I can never remember the name. It's called Rainbow Gates Reshuffle. So that show we just started this past weekend. And that show's pretty good. I like the art style. I like the character development. I like all these different characters. Of course, you have great voice actors like, let's see, Kathleen French is in the show. She's the soft person, the soft anime character that just is very monotone, but it works for her. It really does work for her. With that show, and there's a whole bunch of voice actors. Mike Pollock is in the show. I am so ecstatic. Mike Pollock, Dr. Eggman from Sega, is in anime shows now, and that's just, you can really tell that he's grown with his career. Great voice actor, he's always been great, and to see him in this show and to hear him in the show, it's like, hey, you're in this show too. So I really do like the art development style. It's not so mecha, but it's like 10%, 5% fan service, but it's romantic comedy, it's funny, it's entertainment, it's like, oh, what's going to happen next? So please go check this show out. Of course, both those shows are going to be reviewed for podcast and for our main website, so stay tuned for that as well. Before we close out on the weekend show here today, I'm talking about the shows that I'm doing and producing, but I didn't forget about this movie that's going to be out in August. Check out a special scene from the hit movie Out of Bounds to be released August 18th, 2017. Take a look. I would invest the money in charities, especially specific charities that I also invest in already. I would donate the money there. Also, I will also update our equipment and update our new revenue stock profits. So that's what I would probably do with the money. And of course, pay all my employees that I paid millions to be here today. So, Out of Bounds is right around the corner. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy this movie. It's a new film style to this film. Different writing style, new film engine, just all new with K.L.P Entertainment. This story is not a true story, but it is sort of true, but not true for my character. But this story and this movie is going to be epic. It's going to tell the story and just really keep you engaging to see what happens next. So hopefully you guys are ready for it. Don't forget, Out of Bounds is going to get a VR release. So if you have a VR headset like the Dream Vision Pro that I have, go check it out for VR. It's going to be really, really awesome to see. And of course, a VR trailer is going to be released coming up very soon as well. So that'll do it for the weekend show with your host, Kennedy Lucas. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please remember to like and comment to the channel and to all the social media accounts in the link description below. Check us out, such as Inspiron Gaming, my Instagram, Snapchat, Gaming Bros' channel, everything. Check it all out because it's all great content and for you guys to follow. As of right now, I'm Kennedy Lucas, logging out.